Michelle unmuted. How's it going, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight. Tonight we'll be asking the question, when should you put your kids out? When should you put your kids out? Gonna be a great show. Got everything ready to go. And trying to make sure if we're going further, it still say checking for connection on the Instagram. We're gonna hope it connects soon, but we're gonna keep it TikToking and rocking and rolling. In the meantime, yeah, yeah, had a few technical difficulties and everything, but it's all great soldiers. We adapt and overcome. So we don't major in the mind with none of that stuff. But great show to plan for the night. Tonight, like I said, we're asking when should you put your kids out, because you have so many parents that just being in circles and being a father of four. A lot of times people got different things going on with their kids. Sometimes we got some kids that are unruly, some kids that are they are kids, but hell, they scratching 40. And they done made a whole new damn house, like it's a whole separate address in that house, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, they 40 and they done brought their whole damn family in there. Just ain't, And I want to have like a little open discussion, just have, regards to just, hey, man, when does the time come? Because everybody got varying reasons and stuff like that, but I just want to have a discussion with everybody. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother?
Not much, brother, not much.
Rough Thursday today.
Shoot.
All this computer shit
Oh, man, but you know what, brother, I thought I went through the past year, bro, I tell you, shit.
It ain't nothing.
It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing.
And it didn't happen till you came down because it was working fine a few minutes ago.
Thanks, Lab. Remind me I'm the black cat.
Bring all the bad luck down here.
Hey, man, ain't the first time I heard it. But, with everything, I'm going to restart the Instagram just in case so we can see we can get everybody on with that. If we do get them on or not, I might have to do that. But, with tonight's show, man, I'm super excited. I also give a shout out to Slick 316. Miss you down here and everything.
Right.
Just want to say what's up to you. Tonight, let me get this because I don't want to hold that up with anything. Get this Instagram. We want to make sure everybody want to see us, get a chance to see us.
That's right.
Okay. Now, before we start the show, we rehashed the previous week. You guys, we still out in the pandemic. If you haven't got it, they got a vaccine shot out there available for you guys. If you're thinking about doing it. If you're not thinking about doing, just wait and see. Just keep your hands washed, social distance, and just be safe out there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's a big shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Winners.
Yeah, they took
champions.
They took old KC behind the woods shit. Lord. I'm a KC fan.
They thinking about that $534 million they gave me.
Woo. Boy, my homeboy was being Patrick Mahomes out there running for his damn life.
$50 million a year. You ain't produced no Super Bowl.
Man, shit. Shit, man. When them two tackles, when they said they was out the game, man, they were running. But even still, I think some of the game plan of what they could have did, I think they could have made some adjustment at halftime. They came out running the ball. But they just did it for a little bit. They just didn't stick with it. And Tom Brady.
He saw that opening.
Man,
So you want to show him what 43 can do,
He didn't see the opening. He see those openings.
It's openings?
Yeah, that shit was plural. Shit was plural, man. He see them openings.
Right.
But that was good. That was a good Super Bowl if you was a Tampa Bay fan. Probably one of the best Super Bowl if you was a football fan, want to see some action or anything. Also remind you guys, you guys know I'm a tax accountant by profession. I'm on the Majestic Business Services. Tomorrow, February 12th, will be the first day the IRS will begin receiving tax returns electronically. Yeah, that's it, February 12th. Friday, February 12th, the IRS will start receiving tax returns. So you guys actually can have a chance to start getting your refunds within the next couple of weeks. So, if you guys have not got it done, feel free to reach out to us at Majestic Business Services. You can reach us on the web at www.majesticbiz.com. Or get off the call at 678-479-4007. And as always, in the description box for the videos, always leaves the links to all the social media and the websites and everything from there. So just be looking out for that. The last thing I want to do, I want to make sure that everybody, if you have not, make sure you join the email list. if you're probably looking on Facebook right now, I know we have technical difficulties. I didn't get a chance to put the descriptions in. But as again, only thing I do is go to Changing Lives Facebook page, or I usually do it on my personal Facebook page or post the email list. But if you're definitely looking on YouTube, just a matter of hitting the links to join the email list. Main thing we want to do is keep you guys updated on all the great information and things we have coming down the pipe. That might be some of the different videos, speaking engagement, some of the information from Mr. Short Dollar. So make sure you hit that email list and subscribe to the email list. And also, most importantly, subscribe to Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden, where we talk about motivation, personal development, professional development, relationship, family, parenting, all that good stuff from the mind of yours truly, Deonte Burden. And just going back to, tonight's show about, when should you put your kids out? Man, lad, you know what? I think about when I left the crib. And my grandfather, rest his soul, W.C. Burden, he was a man's man.
A man's man.
Man's man. He was old school, man.
Okay.
He's one of them guys, straight, no chaser.
Okay.
Tell you, he's
Give
effed
it to you
up. He's effed up.
Give it to you how you live.
Yeah, he didn't. My God, but thank God I had thick skin growing up. Cause shit, I never got no warm fuzzy feelings with any damn thing. And I left 2 weeks after graduation.
Okay.
I went in the military and everything, and I wasn't necessarily say I was groomed to that, but it was just kind of understood you got to get the hell on after you graduate.
Right.
And I left, and I think from that point when I did things, came back and everything, but it was just kind of understood, just go and leave. I wasn't going to college, and I really had no intentions. I wanted to get the hell off Bankhead.
All right.
Because I remember maybe like two weeks before I left, I was sitting out there on my porch, me and my partner, and two junkies got to fighting.
Oh,
and I don't know if you ever seen a junkie fight.
I have many a time,
Oh, my
brother.
God.
Many.
It's like one of them old telethons, because they're going to be out there fighting for
All
hours.
day.
And they're going to go back and forth and
they
get.
talk to each other.
Yeah, it's like.
Cuss each other
Yeah,
out.
like you're looking at Spartacus, because they're going to go back and grab a stick, another grab a pipe. They're going to get tired and fuss and lay on the grass, get back up, bite each other. Yeah. Man, a junkie fight, man, you ain't got to get no WWE. You're going to get 3 or 4 hours, all kind of action-packed, blood and guts.
Then at the end of it, they're going to go and get something together. Get high together.
You okay, man? Walk off. I told my buddy, man, just watching the fight, boy, I got to get the hell off Bankhead. So that just...
that's solidified that.
Yeah, that's just sitting out there watching them cats, man. I never forget it, man.
Right.
I never forget it. I mean, I had the hell off around here. And that was just my, incentive just to hurry up, make sure I call my recruiter, man.
With the quickest
Yeah,
way.
yeah, bro, you still going to be here on the 19th of July? Bro, you still, and we left, man, and, like I said, I left 2 weeks after graduation. Now, with that said, I've kind of patterned that same thing with my children.
Okay.
My oldest son left 2 weeks after he graduated from high school to go to college. My second son, he actually would have left probably a week after he graduated, but with the COVID restriction, he had to wait a little while. He left in there, but I was still kind of same thing. Now, the reason why I'm having this discussion about this, I'm not saying my way is the right way.
Right.
Just kind of way that I'm familiar with.
Okay.
And even with that said, I've never been so stuck on, my way is the best way. Just like I said, what works for me. Haven't had any bad repercussions from it.
Right.
And my other two sons, it might be something different. I doubt it. Shit. But you hear different people, say different things in regards to I wouldn't put my kids out. I actually seen one was the celebrity comedian T.K. Kirkland. I seen him. I heard him on the radio one time. He was getting interviewed, and he was saying black people are so quick to put their kids out. They want to put their kids out and just they ain't ready for the world and everything. I'm like, why would you say that? Because my whole thing is that every family has different perspectives on how they do things and how they actually rear their kids and how their kids are prepped for certain things. And that's why what kind of had me with this discussion, because a lot of times people think that their way is the only damn way.
Right.
And I just like, man, look, as a parent, man, the end game is to make sure you make it what I guess a productive citizen.
Right.
And so that's the kind of thing is, well, I was just looking like, okay, so what is pretty much the best way to try to get anything done or try to have anything kind of situated. And I think a lot of times, we don't necessarily want to, for various reasons, probably part with our kids.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it be fear, a lot of it be control.
A lot of it be control.
Some of it be money. Whatever it is, but
money.
yeah, but we're gonna talk about it tonight because that's one of the biggest things I think a lot of people really haven't discussed.
Okay.
Because I think far too many of us haven't really. I don't think we bring our kids up just from looking from outside looking in, even with different peers or different people see. I don't think people bring their kids up. They want them to grow up to be productive citizens and be good people and do things, but do they actually do all the things possible to make sure they go in that direction?
They're doing it right. They make sure that they have all that necessary experience, or not experience, but supplies they need.
Supplies, tools in the toolkit, however.
Right.
And I think one of the major reasons why, because mom and dad ain't got that. So how the hell they going to give you that?
Right.
Shit, mom and dad is still sitting there like, ain't even really got everything together.
Right.
So how they going to do it for you? Exactly.
Yeah, that's
nobody
true.
Nobody want to admit to that,
That's true.
But,
But in the grand scheme of things, can you really get ready? Like, there's nothing that really can prepare you for it.
Absolutely. Because, at the end of the day, I think the best thing, people can do is a lot of times just open their eyes to things that could happen, different possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, you really don't know.
Right.
You really don't know. I always kind of predicate myself on being a person that teaches kids how to make decisions.
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean they're going to make the right decisions.
Right.
But I always, like what I talk about in the show, same thing I tell my children. Gather the information, try to process, and then with the information you gathered and processed, try to make a decision from that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that said, is that always going to be the correct decision made? Absolutely not.
Absolutely, right.
The girl sitting there said, come get some. She's saying you don't need the condom.
Right.
I don't want you to use the condom. And you just looking, and I know my daddy said this. My daddy told me to put the condom on.
Right?
Yeah. But he ain't got that big red bone sitting in front of him. Rubbing the legs.
Uh-huh.
Forget what your daddy say.
It feel better without
Hey, Redbone undefeated. Redbone undefeated.
That's
Hey,
true.
Redbone daddy. Yeah, go on, daddy.
That's true.
And but again, like I say, that's why I always want to make sure that I'm always teaching them. Hey, man, look, try to make these decisions. This is what I want you to do as far as making decisions and stuff. But we don't know.
We don't.
And so I think a lot of parents go through the same thing. Like, look, man, I got to raise this child. And then you I call it the danger zone.
Mm-hmm.
That 17 or 18 years old, they're nearing graduation. Y'all really ain't got an idea what the hell they're going to do after graduation. And now you worry like, damn, am I going to be stuck,
Mm-hmm.
Then you kind of like, okay, get on. And you're in a fantasy aisle.
Right.
Well, I know that because the kid now they're saying they're going to go to school. You're lying, say they're going to go to school because you don't really want folk looking at you funny because everybody else kids get ready to go in the military, they get ready to go to school or college, whatever. And your kid don't know what the hell they want to do. Hey, you don't know what the hell they want to do.
Right.
But you don't want to make it seem like my kid ain't going to be doing nothing.
Right.
But in actuality, your kid ain't going to be doing nothing. And like I always say, there's nothing wrong with not knowing what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. I think really until you get to about 25, most people in general are still kind of like lost. They ain't really got to figure out what they want to do in life. And I don't think that's not uncommon. Even if you go to college or not, you still don't know. Yeah. And you probably haven't really had enough experiences, between, because you usually finish school at 22, 23, maybe then like a year, maybe 2 or 3 years after that.
College.
Yeah, just say you go to college, or say you do 4 or 5 years in the Army, or however you do it. Them 2 or 3 years after that, which will take you to about 25. Had to kind of like a little figure it out time. And most people ain't really had that little figure it out time, you know what I mean?
Right.
So up until that point, you got to just hope your child hasn't done something so far out of track the way they can still be on, they don't have to be forced to make decisions. What I mean by that is those things I say are kind of like I call them preventers.
Okay.
You know, your kid get locked up.
Okay.
Your kid get a baby.
Okay.
Your kid get, some kind of major debt, car, or, some credit in a car, maybe some kind of apartment they done pay later on, now they credit shot. And now you're limited on what they can do.
Right.
They done did something to kind of be some kind of anchor. You know? Man, they got pulled over with the weed, whatever with the drugs. Now they can't qualify financial aid to get in school.
Right.
Can't get this job because they got this record. He ride around with his buddy in the car. The buddy had a pistol.
Right.
Now he got that.
Convicted felon.
Yeah. Done got that girl done got pregnant by this old sorry joker. That boy done got that girl pregnant and no man. Lord, man. All kind of stuff. And then, like, told you don't buy that car.
Right.
They get the job, listen to the wrong people, done got a car note.
Right.
Now they can't, they working overtime, but now you can't get them the hell out your house because they making enough to pay the car note.
Right.
But they ain't got to
get no apartment.
Yeah. And so those are the kind of things you want to avoid as a parent. You hope that they avoid. But that's where we start having a discussion like, man, look, it's, you grown because now you got a person in your house that is letting people know that they're grown.
They're grown. They
but
do what they want to do.
Yeah, but they don't have the accountability measure of a grown person. They want the responsibility and the freedom and the respect of an adult. But they don't want the accountability. So you're going to pay a bill, you're going to do something, you're going to make sure this, that. Oh, no, that's your house.
Right.
What?
Your rent is.
Yeah. What the hell are you talking about?
Right.
And you're like, and now you're in a limbo. Because now we're doing what? As a parent, we stuck.
Right.
Can you really put him out? Can you put him out? Not can you put him out, can you put him out and you know that, just say, well, I know they work, they got a car note, and then you might mess around. You can't put your grandbaby out.
Oh, Lord. Well, take the grandbaby, put the guy out.
Man, shit. Shit. Both of them.
I guess we had to think about when we were kids, when we were coming up, and I think it was different for us because we kind of had to, like they say, jump out the porch early. So, we had, like me, I got married, moved out early. I got married early. Went to college early. So I was already at 15 pretty much doing my own thing. But way before that I was doing my own thing because, I've talked about my mom, what we went through. So for me it was a little different. Nobody put me out because I was already out. So I didn't have that experience of somebody saying, it's time for you to move out, right? You got to get your own place. I didn't have that. So for me to experience that or to tell you how it goes, I can't. With my own children now, I didn't have to put them out either. They kind of got on their own, did their own thing. You get what I'm saying? They kind of screwed away early. Once they screwed away,
I think all my two older sons agree. And I kind of, my philosophy is, even with my third one, he graduates in a year and a half. My philosophy is, I try to make things as comfortable that this is your home, but damn near like uncomfortable. You ready to get the hell out of my house?
Yeah, what you doing coming here at 12 o'clock? My door locked.
Yeah. So when your senior year comes, I try to have you prepare for life, but also have you ready to get the hell out of my house.
Right.
So that's and it's intentional.
Okay.
And I think both of them, the ones that are out kind of say, yeah, that's how daddy is.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm ready to get the hell on. And with that said, I ain't had nobody want to come down.
come back.
Hey man, PJ came back from base training. He ready to get the hell out.
Really?
Yeah. And nothing bad.
Because they tasted that freedom of
being
on his own, doing his own thing. Once you taste it, you can't. It's hard. You can't go back. Once you taste being able to get up and do whatever you want to do and throw your shoes in the corner and get them when you get ready.
Got me telling you, hey man, go take the trash out. What the hell you looking at me for? Take the trash out.
You go home if you don't want.
Shit. Bro, what you doing in my refrigerator? Whoa. Privacy.
So you put pressure on
me. Hey, look here.
You applying pressure.
What the heck? Privacy? Privacy is what you pay for at a hotel. Not in my house.
No, close no door.
Close your door. What the heck? better go in that bathroom with your petroleum jelly. No.
So you applying pressure on
Yeah. No, man. No, they ready to get the hell out of my damn house. You know what I'm saying? Buy some.
So he was already packed 2 days early.
Man, P was packed like a week prior.
Right.
Well, he was ready to get the hell on and stuff. And me and my boys are extremely close, man, but that's always been my mindset with doing that and everything. And I wouldn't mind helping them if they needed to get on their feet, because I know that's what my grandparents did for me exactly when I first got the military. But to your point, man, I couldn't even roll too long with that because I just had that taste of being on my own. And that was one of the things that was stuck with me. And I try to kind of give my kids that opportunity to, hey man, just go on and get out there, spread your wings. You need me, I'm here. But like I always tell you, I'm not playing B, C, D. Yeah, shit, we're gonna go further down the alphabet.
You need to come on. You need to come to me when you get to Y.
Yeah. Well, I don't want you doing Y and Z. He be like my butt out there getting blood at the blood bank. Shit.
That was the funniest story I ever heard.
Giving blood at the blood bank. Trying to get some damn food. But damn, call me right before you get eating them vinyl and sausages and shit. Before you crack them sardines open.
Before you make the spam and
there you go.
Salad.
Hey, there you go. You got to get all there. I don't want you getting that bad.
Right.
So, but that was one of the things. But, with that said, and before we go any further, again, this is Change Lives hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight we're talking about when should you put your kids out. I want you guys to make sure you check out Change Your Lives we're streaming on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, under the name Change Your Lives. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Deonte_77. Remember, on Change Your Lives, we talk about personal development, professional development, parenting, family, socializing, all kind of great stuff. And tonight's show falls in line with that. We're talking about when should you put your kids out. And one of the first things I always ask people when we get to talking and having a discussion, like, how are you preparing your kids? Like, I'm talking about from the little baby, the teenager, to the young adult. Are you talking to them about what they're going to do in the future? Are you kind of giving them opportunities to develop? And of course, the baby wouldn't know. The little kid wouldn't have probably the aptitude to understand you're talking about the future, but you give them some kind of opportunity to gain some kind of independence and do stuff for themselves. A lot of times, you hear parents like, well, I want to do this for them, I want to do that for them, and then when the kids get on their own, they really haven't had any grooming. One thing PJ told me and what stuck with me was, he said, Daddy, it's a lot of these kids that don't even know how to wash their clothes.
Right.
And I always remember, like, when my grandmother, she was a housekeeper, she taught me how to wash my clothes, iron. I don't know if she told me how to groom me or just because she didn't want to be damn bothered.
She didn't want to be bothered.
Either way, I learned. But she taught me, she was old school, man. She taught me how to press iron shirts in damn 5 minutes. Just hit it like that, crease out my clothes, wash my clothes 2-3 times. You might wash your damn clothes. Yeah. And, my 10-year-old William, he washes his own clothes. And he been doing that since he was about 8.
Right.
And I'm not saying that's the way parents need to be doing, but still the same thought process. Shit, the more you learn for yourself,
right?
Whatever.
That all it is.
Yeah, Will be do all his laundry, dishes, all that kind of stuff. He knows what to do. Now I ain't finna sit here and say he jumps on it.
Right.
I might gotta make a threat.
Like you ain't gonna come home. He gonna be washing dishes going.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, to take care of the dishes.
But it ain't nothing. He just feels proud about this is his house.
Right.
And he goes out and does it. But I ask parents, how are you preparing the kid? Are you actually giving them an opportunity where they're learning to do for themselves? One thing that stuck with me was, we talking about when she put your kids out. My oldest son, Torrance 26, and I remember, he played football at Vanderbilt, and when you start going to those national camps, it's a lot of times they'll have the kids go there, and they'll have to fill out, and this is like, usually if you're going to them bigger schools, you getting kind of invited to a lot of those bigger camps earlier. You live 9th grade on up. And what always stuck with me was, young parent, was everywhere you go, they're going to be wanting kids to fill out their names, addresses, and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of times kids know their phone number and address, but they don't be knowing their social, They ought to be knowing the parents, the information. And one of the directors said, you know, if your kids here, more likely they're going to be going through different camps like this rest of the time in high school. You know, just give them a card where they're carrying like their social security number, knowing other sensitive information that they may be, you know, the GPA, test scores and stuff like that, just to have informational purposes. And a lot of times, people, you know, you see it now. I'm about to say something chauvinistic. So you women feel like the man or applications for job, but that ain't chauvinistic. Shit, honest.
Right.
But anyway, just not doing so much for your kid where your kid ain't doing stuff for themselves.
Right.
You know, let them, as a teenager, let them fill out their own job application. Let them fill out certain things, you know, just knowing, okay, how to do things for themselves. And if they mess up, let them mess up and learn from it, as opposed to now when you got an 18-year-old, you're trying to teach them so much stuff because you like, damn, they might be leaving my house in a couple months, and I don't know if I got them prepared right. You see what I'm saying? And I think the more you can do on the back end to prepare them, the more comfortable you can feel.
Okay.
I was nervous dropping Torian off at school. I was nervous. I can be honest with you. I was nervous dropping him off in school. Like, okay, man, did I get him ready? But when I dropped PJ off, man, I ain't.
You felt like he was ready.
Hey, but I mean, me just.
Right.
Cool. Wasn't nervous at all. I knew I had, you know, if he made a mistake, he was going to make a mistake off something that could happen, but it wasn't going to be because I felt like I didn't prep him. Do you have everything covered? No. But I felt comfortable enough to say, I got him cool. It was a totally different feeling. I wasn't worried about this. My oldest son, shit, I worry about him now. But I mean, just, it was totally different. And it goes back to what I'm saying as a parent, doing certain things to kind of make your kid prepared, you know, for doing it. And that could be just talking to them, having doing certain things and stuff. So that's why, you know, I want to kind of go into that. When we start talking about when should you put them out. Guys, if you're in one of the platforms, being Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, feel free to leave your comments, put any kind of input you have. Want to know what you guys feel about it. Again, we're talking about tonight's show. We're talking about when should you put your kids out. And then when I go into the whole issue of just getting your kid prepared, we talking about when they done came out of high school and you said you don't want this situation. You got this damn grown man in your house making another whole estate in your crib, or maybe, make company. What I mean by make company, bring some babies in your house. They bring a debt, they done got a car and all this other kind of stuff. But even with that said, the thing I kind of want to look at in terms of just preparation, I always look at when you get your kid prepared, there are a couple of factors I always say that I think people should focus on. Number one being just the maturity level of your kid. You can have a kid that can be 15 years old, three different kids that you had at 15 years old, all of them from a maturity standpoint can be different places. One can be totally mature. You can talk to them just like you're talking to an adult. They receive it and process it, no problem. You can have another one, you damn near got to draw that thing on their damn forehead, take a bath. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Wash your
right.
Yeah, right. And it's like that.
Uh-huh.
And as a parent, sometimes you can get frustrated, and especially sometimes when you want your kids to do certain things, and on quick moment, like, move out of the way, let me get it. But that move out of the way, let me get it, they never learn how to do it, and it's something that pisses you off at 14 or 15, but it's something you stuck doing at 18, 19, or 20.
Okay.
And that's why you got to be kind of careful with that.
I get it.
You got to be careful with that. So that's why I say, understand that maturity level with that, and also be really focusing on decision making. Remember, guys, when we talk about decision making with your child, teaching them to look at facts, look at all the information in front of them. And some of them may not be facts. We just say straight information. Process it. What will make it right? What will make it wrong? What are the different options? Process it. And then from the information that they process, make a decision from that. Basic decision making.
I got it.
Teach your kids how to make decisions. Of course, your child they're not gonna own everything and stuff and everything. What's up, Darryl Long, my brother? Appreciate you tuning in, dog. A lot of times people they because they get frustrated, kids take too long to do something, man, move out the way and do it. Like I said, that stuff, man, that shit come back and hunt you.
Because they don't know what they're going to do.
Exactly. They don't know what to do, but they also get what? Manipulative. You know what I'm saying? They know they can drag their feet and do things a certain way, and you'll say, well, get out of the way, I'll go and take care of it. man, I gotta go take care of this stuff with this boy. Man, the boy be doing, he dragging his feet. Man, this girl, she act like she can't pick her stuff up, so she always get lost, and then I gotta go pick. No, hell no. Go do it. If you don't do it, you're gonna be without it.
Right.
And that's the thing about it. But a lot of parents want to do that. So like I said, teaching them that whole process of decision making. And another aspect, the third thing we talk about just preparing, is teaching your child basic goal setting. We talk about goal setting a lot on Changing Lives, where we talk about the actual brainstorming process. And you haven't had a chance, go pull up my videos. I have probably about 10 videos on goal setting, how to break it down, how to start from the actual idea, how to plan everything out, how to implement it, and how to go back and review and check it. You got to do some goal, teach your kid how to do goal setting. Mm-hmm. Not just saying, I want to make $1 million. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to do this. Teach them, listen, this is what you want to do.
Right.
These are the steps to do that. With the steps to do that, you have to break it down in different stages. Mm-hmm. If you do this right here, then you'll get to this stage. Do this, everything here, you'll get to that stage. And if you do the summation of all those steps, you'll have the end goal. Now you're a doctor. Now you're a lawyer. Mm-hmm. That could be from going to internships, undergrad, law school, another internships, doing this. It's a process. Mm-hmm. And teaching your child how to map it out. Okay. That's very, very critical, because people, and we, as adults, throw out so many arbitrary goals that they know damn well they're going to get. And what I always say, a goal without a plan is what? A dream.
Right.
That's it. So you got to sit here and just map everything, got to plan it out, and teach your child how to do it. And if you're not familiar how to do it, we almost had 300 damn videos on Changing Lives. Yeah. Tons of videos on goal setting and planning to go over that. You got to teach you got to sit here and write them goals out and have them implement, and how to implement and make those goals happen.
On the goal setting, is the goals more what your children's goals should be, or what you have your goals, what the goals you have for your children?
Well,
or a combination of both.
Combination of both, because here's the deal, Lab. At the end of the day, we all got a vision, mm-hmm. what we want our kids to be. Right. But that shit ain't nothing but a vision.
We all want to be doctors and lawyers, right?
Yeah.
Professional football players or basketball players, they're only 5 feet.
Exactly. So, just really and truly, just you have to. I think the best thing is to be supportive. I'm gonna be honest. I looked at this was years ago, man. And I'm glad I seen it. Tony Hawk, the skateboard guy. Yeah, and he said something that always stuck with me. He said, always be supportive of your children. He said, because he's from an educated family, and he said that when he got to be in his 20s and he was still skateboarding, a lot of his dad's friends were like, man, why you letting your son be 20 damn years old riding a skateboard?
Right.
And his dad was like, man, that's what he do. He doing pretty good. He win these tournaments. And he said it always stuck with him. I think Tony Hawk was probably first millionaire skateboarder.
Mm-hmm.
Branded out it. And just doing that, pushing that whole brand out. But he said if he probably didn't have his father's support just to do it, because he wanted to do it, but just had that kind of
push.
Yeah. What's the word I'm trying to think? That affirmation, just affirm, hey, I'm behind you.
Right.
You're like, okay, that really like just pushed him to go further. But he said just support your kids, and a lot of times people just don't want to do that.
Because they don't think what they hear from the children is what everybody has their own expectations of their children. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem a lot of times. We have our own expectations of what we want our children to be or what we think our children can become. And that's all well and good, but if your child don't feel like that's what they want to do, they're not going to put forth any effort into it.
Absolutely not. And even to that point, you throwing out damn thoughts, you don't know what the hell to do.
Right. Man, you don't know where to start.
Man, I had this discussion with my sons all the time. Mm-hmm. And, man, I have different folks from maybe different family members of folks tell them, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm like, son, they ain't even did shit. How the hell they going to tell you? They doing the same damn thing all these years.
Right.
How the hell they going to tell you what to damn do?
They ain't experienced
nothing. I ain't saying you got to do everything Daddy told you to do.
Right.
But I am saying that, look, when you want to make a decision, take the advice I told you, gather the information, process, and make a decision from there. But don't be so stuck on what other people are telling you. Mm-hmm. Now, don't go on emotions.
Right.
I think, I feel, I believe. No, you better damn know, brother. You better damn know.
Right.
But at the end of the day, listen to all people that talk to you. I always push this with anybody because people don't have to talk to you.
That's true.
So you listen to everybody can talk to you, but you have to, listen to use that other damn organ, that brain, and just say to yourself, listen to this person. This sound good. But you got to be smarter to know, like, how credible are they? Mm-hmm. Somebody can sit here and just tell you about business.
And they ain't never started a business.
Shit, man. business,
right.
man. Don't know a damn thing
about business.
Yeah, because we all know you're in your lifespan, you'll be at no shortage of getting folks' opinions and ideas.
Right.
But getting some facts and help, oh, hell no. Shit, you be pulling the real rabbits out of
That's just what I think. That's just what I think.
Man.
You can do such and such. How do you know? Have you done that? No, I just think it can be done.
Well, a lot of times you got those people that like being the smartest person in the room, like
right.
talk to people instead of with people, and they'll say so many things that they'll seem so convincing. You'll think they right, and you be like, yeah, okay, cool,
throw
okay,
a couple
cool.
Big words in there.
Yeah, throw a couple big words to just be so assertive how they talking.
Right.
Especially older men.
Right.
And you be like, okay. You're like, man, he don't know what the hell he talking about.
Don't know nothing. You fry that chicken and you fry that chicken in water and it'll be the crispiest chicken you ever had.
Huh? Crispy chicken. This is what you need to do. You do this career path. He ain't never had no damn career. He ain't had a job.
Right.
He ain't had no damn career. Shit. Man, ain't even quit listening to damn people. Man, I had them conversations with my sons a lot.
Right.
Yeah, hey man, listen, you ain't gotta do what daddy say, but
right.
you better be careful who the hell you listen to.
Right.
Shit, I'm being serious about that. But just again, make sure that goal setting is in place. The one thing about it is you also got to be realistic as a parent. We're talking about should you put your kids out. Be realistic with a parent. Where you at with everything?
Where you at or where you think your children are?
No, where you at.
Okay.
The reason why I say where you at is you got to understand when you talking to your child, a lot of times we hope we speaking out of love, but we speaking out of other emotions. Are you even ready, like you say, are you even ready or even in a position to be given out the information you give?
Right.
See, I ain't never been the type of person, I'm quick to say this, and I probably, right or wrong, probably handled a lot of stuff in regards to life experiences, kind of like structure-wise from the military, planning-wise, kind of like even with business and military, and I kind of did things like that kind of even with parenting. And again, you understand also that some things can't be covered, things happen, and some things out there you just can't be so rigid or stringent with. But what I always look at is that I had no problem if I'm not for sure, man, let me call Uncle Lab up. Hey, man, look, talk to nephew, man. Talk to your nephew because he ain't listening to me.
Right.
And, excuse me, I am very funny about having folks talk to my kids that don't know what the hell they talking about. But I will tell you, and anybody that knows me, if you ain't be a friend of mine, I know you credible or whatever, I have no problem whatsoever talking to my child because at the end of the day, the end game is the end game.
Right.
So parents, you got to be realistic where you at.
Okay.
You sitting there trying to tell your kid do certain things and, hell, you still calling your mom and dad to help you out of damn holes.
And that's the kicker. You do have to realize yourself and your position and where you're at. But you also can't give advice about something you don't know about. You can't give your child advice about being an investment banker if you've never been an investment banker. Because you don't know the perils and pitfalls of what it takes to be that person. Just like nobody can tell Poochie how to be a CNA. I'm a certified CPA. I can't come. I've never been, so I can't say, well, Poochie,
or a CNA.
You're a CNA.
Either one.
Tax preparer. I ain't never prepared tax, but I'm gonna tell you how you need to do it faster.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta realize when you're giving advice to your children that you are giving them advice that's credible for one, and advice that you maybe experience. So if you don't know anything about the career path you think they should take, maybe you need to have somebody else talk to them that's been in that career.
I'm giving you a couple common ones. Don't go in the military, go to college.
Okay.
Don't go in the military, period, or whatever. Don't go to college, go get a job. You don't want to get no student loan debt. You go in the Army, it's a white man's army. They're going to put you on the front line and all this other kind of stuff. They're going to put their fears and their ignorance in their kids' head.
Right.
And they don't damn know. Also, don't go to college, just get you a job. Why you going to get all these debts? And you ain't going to be able to get a job because you got all this student loan debt. You're not able to get a job once you got your degree because you haven't prepared to get a job.
Right.
It's just like anything else. You feel like because you got something, that you should get it, and we forget very quickly what there's a lot of us out there.
And experience counts.
Experience counts,
Right.
and attitude and competition does too.
That's true.
You don't realize it's several y'all going for the same job. You gotta be mentally prepared. Build relationships, network, go out there and grind. You do that.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with degrees. People say, well, I know such and such, they got a degree and they can't get a job because they're waiting for a job to fall in their damn lap.
Because they got the degree.
Yeah.
They weighed the degree first. They're like, okay, well, have you done this before?
Come on now. Have you done this before? Won't you go to a couple of networking sessions, meet some people, get uncomfortable, talk to some folks? Because, you know me, lad, I'm very big on your professional and personal network.
Mm-hmm.
Who can you reach out to or whatever. Because that's why I would say all the time, that was one of the mother nails with my kids.
Mm-hmm.
People telling you what to do, but can they make a call for you?
Right.
Can they make a phone call? Hey, man, my son, my
Right.
nephew, my cousin, can they do that? If they can't do that, how the hell are they going to tell you what to do?
Exactly.
They don't know. They're going to get you what? Saying, putting your name in a big old stack.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the kind of things I'm talking about where people just tell you to go on this path, don't do that. Man, once you just do that, you can retire. And there's nothing wrong if you've done a certain thing in your life, parents, and it worked for you.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean that something different that you're not familiar with won't work with your child.
Children. Right.
It won't. That does not mean it won't work for them. And a lot of times people just see the world the way they want to see it, and they just not. Like I said, we talking about where you at, but they're not in capacity to even have certain discussion with their kid.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is people just have straight fears. I don't want my child to go in this world. The world crazy. I just turn on the news. They robbing, they killing, they raping, they doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want my child to go out the door.
Well, they can come to your house and do all that.
How many folks got 25 and 30-year-old people just sitting in there like they just still.
It's a lot more than you think.
Man, hell, it ain't about what I think, man. It's just the whole point. People got kid like a 30, 40-year-old kid in a house, and that kid, they really feel like they grown, staying with their mom. Staying with their mom.
Mama making breakfast for them in the morning. If she didn't make breakfast, they wouldn't know what to do. They washing their clothes. They ain't got no worries.
Who want to bring a woman to their mama house?
You'd be surprised.
Ladies, what girl want to bring a guy to their daddy house? Baby girl, I heard you hollering last night.
A guy bring a girl to their mama house quicker than a girl bring a guy to their daddy house. That I know.
Well, you sitting there, man, okay, and you're like, well, this, I stay with my parents, but this is my house at the bottom. You mean it's your basement and their house you stay? Now, this is my house at the bottom.
This my apartment.
Yeah. Address still the same.
My apartment got my own entrance.
And that's the thing about it, too, just really, a lot of times parents are, I don't want you to go out there. I don't want the world to sit and do it. And I understand it. I understand it, man. I understand the fears of, we see it every night in the news. This world crazy. We don't want nothing to happen to our children. We want nothing to happen to anybody in our family. And that's one of the hardest things as any parents to just say, okay, let those reins loose on your child. But a lot of times, kids haven't really done anything because of how we've kept them so sheltered or whatever. And so you're talking about them critical years, 15 to 18, if you have not got them at a point where they're trying to learn, make mistakes, gather experiences, and when they hit 18, now they don't even know how to handle themselves. They don't even know how to go to the mall by themselves.
Right.
They don't know how to go do certain things. And then when they sometimes mess up and get that or meet the wrong friend or person, now they don't went damn haywire. Don't let that girl get that young man that's going to turn out and do that. Same thing with a young man.
Getting
mean that woman. It can be a girl his age. She just shout faster or sharper. And now you sitting there as a parent like that.
Now he going to your person. Yeah. They take money so he take this girl out. But the thing I wanted to ask you is, do you think children, how was I going to say? Dang it, I forget. It was
was it pertaining to that?
Yeah, well, it was pertaining to growing up. Do you think children nowadays are more sheltered than we were when we were growing up? Because we're about the same age.
I don't know. I think when you just say, Lab asked me, do I think kids, they are more sheltered? I don't know. Because I'm going to say this too. They have access to so much more.
Yeah, but it just seems like to me, and that this may be just me, it just seems like they have access to more, but it seems like we did more. We we use that imagination, we experience more, and I think that's a lot of the problem now with our kids not being prepared. They don't have any imagination in order how to get out of certain things. You think about when we go out, when we used to be young, we go outside. Our tire, we riding our bikes, our tire get flat. We figure out how. Those are small little things that we figure out decision making.
Yeah.
We figure out how to fix the bike. We figure out this. We figure out that because we were doing things. We didn't have so much access to anything, but we did more.
Yeah, but it's hard to kind of, to that point, you say, okay, well, a kid shelter more because we did more because we had to do more.
Right.
Would you have did more if you had the opportunity to do less?
I think I still probably would have, because to be honest with you, it just seemed like if I had to choose between the two, like if I had to do more and I had opportunity to do less, I would probably do more because it seemed fun. It seemed more adventurous to be outside. Like we used to do stupid stuff just as kids, but we did it. I mean, we ride the train from one place to the other. We jumped the train, ride it to where we needed to go. But those were things we did as children, and it seemed more adventurous, more imagination, and more fun. Now, if I had access to all the stuff that they had, I still would have went outside because even now I have access to it as an older person, and I get bored with it. So I know I would have got bored with it younger because my energy was higher.
Yeah, but see, you look at it like this. You ain't got to go to the mall and meet no girl, because you can just go on a dating app and meet her. You don't have to go to the mall and buy no clothes, because you can go on your phone and get them.
Right.
Just so much more. You ain't got to go down.
But it wasn't even about those things. It was just about being out amongst each other and just having a good time.
Well, they can do that in chat groups.
Playing football.
Social media. Yeah, I get it.
Strike them out. Playing baseball, softball, just little stuff like that.
I totally agree.
I think I still would have did it. And those things for us kind of made us, I feel, and this is just my opinion, everybody, made us stronger.
Made stronger, and most importantly, I think really what a lot of kids like their socialization skills. Mm-hmm. Just know how to deal with folks. Just get into a fight, being cool, instead of suing or pressing charge, we get your ass kicked. Knowing how to deal with people, knowing how to, amend relationships. You and your friend get a fight, and a minute or two later, you know what I'm saying, y'all back, tripping out playing as opposed to your parents trying to do a lawsuit.
Right.
But it's kind of hard to, just to, I think it's hard to look at it from that perspective because, again, the world's just different.
That's true.
The world's just different. It's just the world different now. What we did for fun and what they doing for fun totally different. They're TikTok all day. They'll sit here and look at that and Instagram, see funny folks. They ain't really go out there in the heat. For what?
I can sit right here in this air conditioning.
Huh?
I get what you're saying, and I understand it 100%. Totally, I understand it, and I get it. There is a different perspective of what's going on now, but as far as just being tougher and mentally tougher, a little bit more prepared, I think we as children had a little step ahead of that.
I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Yeah.
But again, kids look at it like, nah, that's some BS. Also, parents make this safety net. Well, again, they, sometimes you kind of look at your kid gonna make a mistake here and two. You be like, okay, well, I don't want them to get burned, set on fire. But you gotta have some little points where you say, okay, I'm gonna let you get a little hot. Let you get a little uncomfortable. Makes switch it like we talked about earlier. Don't make me playing B. But go a little bit into the alphabet.
Okay.
And make some mistakes, be uncomfortable, recover, learn from it, get lost, find your way out. When you get lost, find your way out. You did what? Remember the way you need to go.
Right.
Then you found some new places along the way while you're trying to discover how to get out. A lot of times parents don't want to. They don't want to. They just want to keep that safety net. I'm sorry. That okay, I got him. I can keep my eyes on him as long as possible. And it's very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it. You have to be very, very careful of that. And lastly, what I'm talking about as far as what parents say, hell, sometimes one like, do they even give a damn?
That's a good one.
They ain't give a damn. And that's one of the things, like, people will sit there knowing damn well they ain't been preparing, they ain't really been dealing with their kid all the years, and now they're here 18 and they just like, just gotta go, do that. And they know they haven't prepared them, dealt with them, supported them, and now time done come, now you ready to get them out your house. And I think that's a lot of folks too. You know,
they got them to this point.
Yeah,
it's time for them to get the rest of the point for themselves.
Yeah, because that's the kind of thing about it. You know, because everybody got different. I always say there's no two houses on the street the same. People got different ways, and it's not well, my way the right way or whatever, or your way wrong. You know, when the hell I do this or that. But at the end of the day, if the end game is the end game, a good productive citizen that works and take care of their family, that's all we want.
Right.
That's all we want.
And there's really no way to prepare them for everything that they're going to face.
Absolutely
once
not.
they get out the house.
Absolutely not.
Once they move out on their own, there's nothing you can do at that point. You did everything you can to that point. If you feel like, to yourself, I've done everything I can do. What they do after that is that's on them. I mean, they're grown. You get what I'm saying? It's how can you guide a grown person who's doing their own thing? They got their own apartment, they got their own house, they got their own car, they paying their own bills. You can't guide them because they're grown. At that point, they're grown. No. It'll be like, and I know you respect your mom. It'll be like your mom come over telling you, well, Poochie, you need to be in the house at 12 o'clock midnight or something like this. Though you like this is my house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things of it is I kind of look at it that a lot of people, man, they just don't want to come to the conclusion that everything wasn't necessarily, done by them. And what I mean by that is when I talk about parents, I always say with parents, we get too much of the blame when our kids do wrong, but we definitely get way too much credit when they do right.
Right.
And people don't necessarily want to admit. They like the acknowledgement.
They like the fanfare.
Oh man,
that my son right there. I taught him how to run across that field just like that.
I can talk about all that stuff now. Here, my oldest son, when he went to college, boy, everybody was just like, yeah, help him get the banner. I help him do.
What? You wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym?
Man. Yeah, you had to, you know what I'm saying?
Where you driving?
And everybody want to take some kind of credit, and parents that know kids. Well, no, sometimes the kids did on their own. You got, some kids with parents that are straight imbeciles.
Right.
They don't know how the hell he do that. I can't add. I can't do this.
Right.
And some kids just take off. And then you got some kids that are just a damn fool. Go up to the school, teacher, well, he fighting, he spitting, he do. Man, look, I don't know where the hell he got this stuff from.
Right.
I don't know. My old lady might got some kind of inbred stuff going on back in the family tree, but ain't none of that come from him. I don't know where he get it from.
None of it.
I don't know. Boy, why you acting stupid? I don't know. Boy, you stupid? I don't know. You got one of them. Ain't got nothing to do with you.
That's just him.
That's what I said. So, like I said, parents, we get too much credit when they do right. Because you a dumb daddy or a dumb mama.
Gotta be honest with yourself.
And this kid just flourishing. And everybody like, man, you did a good job. Like, yeah. We know.
Can't read past third grade.
Yeah. Make him get on there and do a little cards and stuff like that. His mama, be up with him too. No, she can't add no more than him.
Kid graduated college, cum laude, valedictorian, and you can't read past third grade, but you did everything to get them there.
You worry about like, damn, did they switch the babies over? Was at the hospital or something? Did son get lost?
Cause they were too smart.
Yeah. Where did they get that from? But that's one of the things, man. I just think a lot of times people don't necessarily want to come to that conclusion. Like I said, we get too much credit when they do right, and too much blame when they get wrong. Sometimes you just gotta understand that person is an individual and makes some decisions for themselves. And with wrapping everything up, one important thing I want to kind of just go over everybody, just when we said at the very beginning, there is no right or wrong way. At the end of it, you can go through any street on your particular neighborhood or whatever and just say they got a different style, and different rules in regards to parenting. And I think as long as your intentions are good, as long as you do everything out of love, I think everything will be fine. But we still going back to what we were saying, put your kids out. I think still going back to at the end, you're going to have to make a tough decision, should you shouldn't do it. But I still think at the end of the day, if you do a very good job, like we talked about, preparing, teaching, making sure they're mature enough to understand the ramifications of their decisions, teach them how to process, how to make decisions, how to gather the process, and then make a decision from there. and also just how to set basic goals.
Right.
How to do that. And guys, I'm gonna say this again. I have videos on, just looking at your child's maturity. I got videos in regards to how to make proper decisions, and I got maybe like 4 or 5 videos on goal setting. The information is there. Take advantage of it. All you gotta do, go to the YouTube channel, Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Google it, look it up. I got those videos to teach you that information, okay? But, again, I just want to, to go back to say, listen, I appreciate all the love and support we got for you guys. We're wrapping up again the show tonight. We were talking about, what we're talking about now? I'm about to go blank. When should you put your
when is a good time to put your children
when should you put your kids out?
When should you put your
well,
kids
that motor
out?
be running. But we'll be back next week with Change Your Lives. I'm not Change Your Lives with Mr. Short Dollar. Gonna have a great show next week as well.
We won't have no technical difficulties.
Yeah, but also with that point, man, even with Mr. Short Dollar and Change Your Lives, period. Man, I gotta just give another big thank you to all you people that have given us the love and support. Mr. Short Dollar has been off the hook. Off the hook. And it has really to do a lot with, along with the hard work I've been putting in everything, but really the love and support you guys are giving me. And I really do appreciate it. I can't thank you enough for everybody's help. Mr. Short Dollar and Change Your Lives grow. Start helping us get some of these Google checks in.
Right.
So super proud of that. But I just want everybody to take care of themselves. Make sure you love your family. Make sure you, stay on your kids. Stay on your kids. Talk to them. Learn from them. Be strict, be rules. Just make sure they grow to be good citizens like everybody else. And if you know you got a plum food we can't do damn with,
there's a few of them out there.
Sorry to hear that. Now, serious business. Just keep loving a little bit harder. Keep loving a little bit harder. Again, it's Change Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're talking about when should you put your kids out. Listen, take care of yourself, guys. We're looking out for more videos during the week. And also make sure you tune in to Mr. Short Dollar next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be working on the dollar hour. Take care, you guys. Love you, and be safe. Yeah.